Hi guys, welcome to Puliadi's kitchen. Today we are going to learn how to make chapatis. Chapati is a popular Indian flatbread. Chapatis are also called as rotis. They are so similar and technically chapati is a type of roti. Rotis and chapatis are both unleavened wheat flour breads. They are like tortilla style flatbread and it's made with whole wheat flour. Originating from the Indian subcontinent, it can be eaten with any vegetable curry, any kind of dal, sauteed vegetables, chana masala, chicken curry, moong dal, etc. To make chapatis, we need whole wheat flour, all purpose flour, little bit of salt, sugar, water, ghee or oil, and we need a circular rolling board and a rolling pin. I'm going to use Sujata Gold Atta. Whole wheat flour is called atta in Hindi. I bought this from the Indian store and I'm going to use homemade ghee. If you don't have homemade ghee, you can use the store bought ghee, but I really recommend you to use homemade ghee. I have posted a video to make homemade ghee. You can watch that and learn how to make it. To make the chapati dough, I'm going to use 4 cups of whole wheat flour. Take a big mixing bowl and add the whole wheat flour to the bowl. I'm using 4 cups of whole wheat flour. It serves 4 to 6 people and it makes about 16 chapatis. Add half teaspoon of salt to this now. Add half teaspoon of sugar to this. Add 1 teaspoon of homemade ghee to this now. We are going to add little more than 1.5 cups of hot water to 4 cups of whole wheat flour and mix it nicely. If you are going to make chapatis for 2 to 3 people, you can just use 2 cups of whole wheat flour and you can add 3/4 cup of hot water to make the dough. Knead the dough nicely so your chapatis will be soft and fluffy. If the dough is little sticky, you can add little bit of whole wheat flour and the dough should look like this when it's fully kneaded. The dough should not stick to your hands and it should be really soft. You can slap the dough a couple of times to get softer and pliable chapatis. If you are going to use 2 cups of whole wheat flour, you will be getting like 8 to 10 chapatis depending on the size of the chapati you make. Today I am using 4 cups of whole wheat flour, so I'll be getting 16 to 20 chapatis depending on the size. Chapati dough is ready now. You can close it for 15 minutes and keep, and then you can roll the chapatis. We are doing this so the dough will be more flexible and easier to roll. To place the chapatis when it's rolled, I use aluminum foil and we need rolling board and rolling pin. I have taken some all-purpose flour in a plate so I can coat the chapati dough and roll it. I usually spread the aluminum foil paper so I can keep the rolled chapatis on it. You can pinch off a big lemon sized dough and placing them in your palms, roll it into a round ball. Make the dough balls like this and keep. You can dip it in all purpose flour and keep it. Now that the dough balls are ready to be rolled, you can close it and keep it so it won't dry up. We can take one dough ball at a time, place it on the rolling board and make circular disc using a rolling pin. You can dip it with all-purpose flour so it won't get sticky. And roll into 6 to 7 inch discs like this. Flipping once or twice, you can roll it nicely into a round shape. And believe me, it takes a lot of practice to make this round shape. So please don't get upset if you don't get the round shape for the first time itself. Once the chapati is rolled nicely, I'm going to keep this on the aluminum foil. When I'm starting to roll the next dough ball, I'm going to switch on the stove, and on medium flame I'm going to heat the tawa or pan so it will be hot enough to cook the chapatis. In the meantime, when the pan is heating up, I'm rolling one more chapati. You can roll small size chapatis according to the pan you have. Now the pan is heated for 3 minutes. You can place the chapati on the pan and cook for few minutes. Once it's slightly cooked on one side, you can flip the chapati. You can use a spatula or tongs to flip it. You can slowly press the chapatis with tongs or spatula so it will puff up nicely. The hot steam inside the chapatis makes it puff up nicely and cook faster. See how nicely it's puffing up? So that means the chapatis are going to be soft and tasty. Flip it now and see how nicely it's cooked. Don't you love the rustic look of the chapatis? After it's cooked, transfer it to a container. You can make different kinds of chapatis like aloo chapatis, vegetable stuffed chapatis, paneer chapatis, radish chapatis, and so on. You can eat chapatis by itself or you can eat with varieties of dals and with different types of curries. Now that your chapatis are done, you can stack them up in a container and serve them hot. Your world famous chapatis from the Puliadi's kitchen are ready to enjoy. You can serve them hot with any vegetable curry and try spreading ghee on hot piping chapatis and you're going to love the taste. You can eat this with cabbage curry, moong dal sambar. You can enjoy chapatis along with rice and moong dal curry with vegetable kurma, chana masala and any chicken curry. Chapatis are really a power source of nutrients, so please make it at home and enjoy with your family. Thank you.